Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you're fine at home. Welcome to your science class. I'm your science expert, Reena Malhotra. Students, as you know, we are doing chapter number 1, Time and Motion. Before we start a new topic, let's take a quick recap of the topic which I have explained you in previous video. In previous video, I have explained you importance of time, why time is important in our life. Then I have explained the ways to measure time in ancient times. In ancient peoples, they used sundial, sand clock, water clock to measure time. But now in modern period, modern devices are used to measure time. That are wall clock, wristwatch, stopwatch, etc. I have also explained you unit of time. Time are measured in different units. Means some can be measured in hour or in minute or in second. I have also explained two type of stopwatches to you and it's working also. First is mechanical watch जो जिसकी जो कैपेसिटी है मेजर करने की वो 0.1 और 0.2 सेकेंड है और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉच जिसकी कैपेसिटी जो मोर एक्यूरेट है और उसकी कैपेसिटी 0.01 सेकेंड है. Now come to the new topic which I will explain you in this video. In this video, I will explain you from page number 11 of this chapter. On this page, simple pendulum, time period and amplitude are given. So let's come to the first topic. What is simple pendulum? Have you noticed the movement of pendulum of a wall clock? How does it move? It shows to and fro motion. That motion is periodic motion and periodic motion is used to measure time. Here some questions are given in SS column. You will get the answers of these questions in the form of PDF on your website. Okay. Now we will come to the next topic, that is time period and amplitude. To understand more clearly this topic, let's perform one activity. Activity is measure time interval using periodic motion of an object. For this, we need one string and a small stone or eraser. So let's perform this activity. Now, to perform activity, I have taken one string and a stone. You can see clearly I have tied a stone on one end of the string. Now we perform the activity, that is measure time interval using periodic motion of an object, right? So for this, I have to pull the string slightly on one side and then leave it to allow free back and fro motion. You can see this motion is called back and fro or back motion, right? This is called pendulum motion. And you have to count 15 oscillation, and with the help of stopwatch you have to calculate the time. I have already calculated the time and I have got 15 oscillation will be in 15 seconds. So this observation you have to write down in observation table, right? Now what is the conclusion of this activity? Conclusion is periodic motion occur at a regular interval of time. So pendulum can be used to measure time interval. Now see the diagram of the pendulum. Some terms I want to explain you. What is mean position? In the A part of the diagram, pendulum is in rest position. So this is the mean position. Now what is amplitude? For amplitude, see in the B part of the diagram, the maximum displacement of bob from its mean position is called amplitude. अब आप डायग्राम में देखो, बॉब A, B, C पोजीशन पे है. A से C की तरफ और A से B की तरफ जो पोजीशन है या डिस्टेंस है, दैट इज द मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस और दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्पलीट्यूड. नाउ व्हाट इज टाइम पीरियड? The time taken by the bob of the pendulum to complete one oscillation, that is called time period. अगर हम डायग्राम से समझें, the time taken by the bob of the pendulum to travel B to C and back to B, right? That time period is called time period of the pendulum, क्योंकि इस डायरेक्शन में B to C और back to B में वो एक oscillation complete कर रहा है. Now come to the page number 12 of this chapter. Here the first topic is we have to discuss the time period of the pendulum does not depend on two things. कौन सी दो चीजें हैं जिसमें टाइम पीरियड डिपेंड नहीं करता? फर्स्ट इज एम्पलीट्यूड, द एक्सटेंट टू विच द बॉब ऑफ द पेंडुलम इज डिस्प्लेड। एम्पलीट्यूड कम हो या ज़्यादा उस पर टाइम पीरियड में कोई चेंज नहीं आता। एंड सेकेंड इज मास ऑफ द बॉब, मीन्स वेट ऑफ द स्टोन या इरेजर जो हमने लिया है बॉब, राइट, उससे भी टाइम पीरियड पे इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता। इट ओनली डिपेंड ऑन द लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग और वायर यूज्ड। दैट मीन्स ग्रेटर द लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग, ग्रेटर इज द टाइम पीरियड, or smaller the length of the string, smaller will be the time period, right? Now how you can numerically calculate the time period? अगर आपको time period एक numerically निकालना है, then how you can calculate? Here the formula is given, time period is equals to total time taken divided by number of oscillation. Now see here the example, a simple pendulum takes 15 seconds to complete 30 oscillation. 30 ऑसिलेशन को कंप्लीट करने में 15 सेकेंड लग रहे हैं। तो व्हाट इज द टाइम पीरियड? तो देन वी हैव टू पुट द वैल्यू इन द फॉर्मूला, मीन्स टाइम पीरियड इज इक्वल टू टोटल टाइम पीरियड इज 15 सेकेंड एंड नंबर ऑफ ऑसिलेशन इज 30. So 15 divided by 30 and we get 0.5 second, or this is the time period. Now how you can calculate amplitude? For amplitude, the formula is amplitude is equals to 1/4 of the distance covered in one oscillation. Now see the example. What will be the amplitude of the pendulum if it covers 16 centimeter in one oscillation? तो हम 16 सेंटीमीटर को 4 से डिवाइड कर देंगे, as amplitude is equals to 1/4 of the distance. 1/4 into 16, we get 4 centimeter. So 4 centimeter is the amplitude. In this way you can calculate amplitude. Now come to science talk. Here it is given, Galileo in 1583 suggested that the pendulum can be used to regulate clock. But in 1656, Christian Huygens actually used the pendulum to regulate motion in clock. Or Huygens made the first pendulum clock. It consists of weight and swing pendulum. Another major advancement in timekeeping was invention of atomic clock, which is very accurate. The timekeeping service in India are provided by National Physical Laboratory in New Delhi. And here the clock can be measured time interval with an accuracy of 1/1,000,000th of a second. Now the last topic of this page is motion. Motion will be fast or slow. What is motion? Many objects in our surrounding move from one place to another. So this movement from one place to another is called motion. Some moves very fast and while some move slow. For example, aeroplane move faster than train, whereas train move faster than buses, cars and bicycle. So some people walk faster than others. So motion is relative. This all for today. The in-between questions of the pages that I have explained you today in this video that you will get in the form of PDF on the school website. I hope the concepts are clear to you. Thank you.